A big hello to all the viewers of Yearn to Learn. So as you can see on your screen, this video is about Pi Day and is equally applicable on Pi Approximation Day. So I'll tell you briefly about Pi Day, which happens to be on 14th of March. Pi equals to 3.14 approximately, and Pi Approximation Day, or which is also called Casual Pi Day, which is celebrated on 22nd of July. So without wasting any time, let's begin. Pi, it denotes the relationship between a circle's circumference and its diameter, and it's denoted by the fraction 22 upon 7, which calculates approximately to 3.14. It is an irrational number, the digits of which repeat in a random fashion and are never ending. Pi Day is an annual celebration of the mathematical constant pi. Pi Day is observed on March 14, since 3, 1 and 4 are the first three significant digits of pi. So 3, third month, and 1 and 4 means 14th date. So that's how 14th March. It was founded in 1988 by Larry Shaw, an employee of the Exploratorium, a museum of science, technology and arts in San Francisco. And now coming to Pi Approximation Day. So Pi Approximation Day, which is also called Casual Pi Day, is observed on July 22. So 22 by 7, 7 means 7th month. So it is in the day and month format. Since the fraction 22 by 7, it's a common approximation of pi, which is accurate to 2 decimal places as 3.14. Time for shout outs. Fozia Vani and Mahesh Nani. Thank you so much for showering your love, and to all of you, you never know, maybe next shout out is for you. So do write comments and let me know how much do you like this video. So let's begin. My first activity suggestion for you that you can do as maths teachers on Pi Day or Pi Approximation Day is Pi Craft. Now what is Pi Craft? It's up to your creativity what craft of pi you want to take. Here I'm showing you a few examples. So you can take food art, which can be making of pie or cooking something in the shape of pie. You have a sample coffee with you. You can do some sketching or poster on the base of pie, or you can go ahead with art and craft activities, or you can have pie themed costumes as shown on screen. So you can either hold it as an activity or as a competition to enhance students' competitive spirit and let them explore and be creative. So besides the mathematical factor, there would be creative factor, artistic factor also. My second idea of activity is pi recitation. Now this one is the most amazing one. So you can conduct it in any class. The purpose is about the memory, how far you can go with it, the value of pi. So to what decimal places can you memorize it and say it accurately. So the suggestion is to blindfold the child and then let him or her orate the value of pi, and you can hold it as a competition and let's see who wins it and who can memorize till what decimal place. That's actually a memory trigger for the children. Third idea is of pi jingle. Yes, music. As I say, music heals the world. So pi jingle, little children can also enjoy. You can talk about the circular pie that we eat, and then somehow give them the freedom of being creative and create any rhythmic song, melody, any jingle on pi. Then the next one is pi quiz. Now there are so many options with you. You can have an MCQ type quiz, you can have Google Forms quiz, you can have a quiz team wise, individual. So these are the suggestions. You can take history of pi, value of pi, problem sums based on pi. So let's have a quiz on the basis of pi. The fifth idea is pi journal. Now this is again something unique. What you can do with it is that either students can go ahead with diary writing, or they can make front page of newspaper with something about pi on it, or they can write a blog post about it. So it's completely up to you how you want to take it. The last and final idea is activity. It's not a competition based idea, but how you can make your students better understand what pi is, this mathematical pi. So you can make them understand with the help of this simple activity. Do conduct it with children. The materials required are very simple. You need a circular object, a thread or a string, and a pair of scissors. So I have taken a circular object, plate. So what is it? Let the students take a circular object like a plate. Then what they have to do? Carefully wrap the thread or string around the circumference of the plate, which means the outer boundary. So they may take help of a friend or a family member and let them wrap around the thread around the plate very properly and accurately. The third step is cut the string at the exact circumference of your object. So whatever circumference is, cut the thread exactly at that point. Our next and final step is take your string circumference and stretch it across the diameter of your circular object. Take the thread and stretch it as the diameter of the object, and then cut as many string diameters from your string circumference as you can. So cut how so many diameters you can from that already cut circumference string, right? Now here comes the question. How many string diameters could you cut from the string circumference? So let children observe. Ask them this question. Don't tell the answer beforehand that this is what we are expecting. Let them experiment, let them get along with this activity, and then probably when everyone has done it and you have a few answers with you, you can reveal. I'm going to share the answer with you. So the answer is, if you follow the steps correctly, you'll be able to cut 3 complete diameters and a small piece of the string would be left. That means you have cut about 3 and 1/7 pieces of string, which is the value of pi, that is 3.14. So I hope this activity and other activities also would have helped you and given some creative spice mix for mathematics. So that is it. Do share with your friends, like and subscribe. Yearn to learn. This is Priya Handa signing off. May God bless you all.